Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matter to we the people. I'm JJ, your neighborhood's psychotherapist. Hunter Biden's spy chief of China partner calls U.S. climate demands meaningless. Before we even get into this, I just want to say off the bat, this whole global warming stuff is all for money. That's what the carbon exchanges is for. That's what Al Gore is in it for. He holds a bunch of stock in these carbon exchanges. It's about money. It's about power. It's about control. It's not about the environment. The real thing is the whole climate change thing. The climate does change. It cycles. The weather cycles. It gets hot. It gets cold. We have cold spells. We have hot spells. Look in the early 1600s. There was cold spells. Uh, it's this. It happens. I think it's what's the word? I think it's arrogant of us to think that we could really affect the planet like that. But let's get into. I'll get in more into that later. Let's get into the article first. Patrick Ho is Hunter Biden's business partner, whom he dubbed the spy chief of China, insisted that China has nothing to be apologetic about regarding climate change and pollution, because they know it's a farce. They know it's a money. The globalists are just trying to get more money. But the article goes on to say the remarks come from the blog post written by Ho, who appears multiple times in Hunter's emails, and we covered his emails before in previous videos. You can look at the emails. Um, as the pair inked $1 million business contracts. Ho served as chairman of the CEFC, China Energy, during his work with the president's son before being indicted by the Justice Department for schemes to bribe top officials for business advantages. I wonder if one of those people that got bribed was Hunter Biden, ex facto uh, Joe Biden. Ho's writing appeared to confirm a sentiment that many Americans outside of Biden White House share. Just 15% of Americans believe China will help fight climate change. While President Biden insists the Chinese Communist Party will follow through on its climate promises, hosting several events and dispatching climate envoy John Kerry to China, Ho posits that China has nothing to be apologetic about concerning the environment. Once more, the blog post came just 1 week after Kerry's climate focused visit to China. Quote, compared to what one might understand from everyday media reporting, these figures paint a different picture of China's responsibility for climate change. Saying that China is the world's largest emitter is meaningless and misleading, Ho writes. China's responsibility for climate change is far less than what is regularly implied in mainstream media, he continues. That's Everyone knows that China put out all this pollution. It's no secret. I don't know why he's running cover for them. While deflecting blame for China's emissions, Ho asserts that the USA needs to assume and resume their share of responsibility. But the truth is, under Trump, even without signing up for the Paris Agreement, we had lower emissions than anyone that was in the Paris Agreement. But the article goes on to say, quote, the reality is that China's responsibility for climate change is not as simple as biggest emitter. A more comprehensive analysis reveals that the Chinese people have contributed far less to climate change than the people of many other countries. That's not true. It goes on to say that more importantly, it also shows the great sacrifices they have already made in mitigating the problem. He adds, before concluding, the rest of the world is now being asked to exhibit the same kind of leadership. The answer awaits in Washington. This is full of so much crap. All of them are full of so much crap. I don't understand how he was under investigation by the DOJ, but Hunter Biden is not under an investigation from the DOJ. Joe Biden was never under any investigation with the DOJ with all the shady dealings. Everyone knows that the emails is real. Everyone knows that the Bidens was got millions of dollars from the Chinese government, and no one done anything about it. They got all basically scot free. And this whole climate change thing, you know, remember the ice age, and the ice melted from eons ago. There was no cars there. There was no Cadillacs. There was no carbon emissions there. It was natural carbon. And who's to say that more CO2 equals higher temperatures? That just because they happen to coincide, don't correlation don't make causation, as you know, as we say. We have no scientific proof that raising CO2 levels raises the temperatures. In fact, in prehistoric times, there was actually more CO2 in the air. There was actually more CO2 in the atmosphere. That's why plants were able to grow so big. That's why the dinosaurs were able to grow so big, because of the CO2. So, and the temperatures were actually colder back then. So that knocks the theory out there right there on the whole global warming thing. But let me know what you guys think. Y'all think this the we are the cause of global warming, or do you believe that like I believe that we go through cycles, cold periods and hot periods? I actually believe we're about to go into a solar minimum, a mini ice age for the next 200 years. I think that's coming. I think that's about to come to fruition. Starting this winter, we'll start to see colder and colder temperatures. But let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe and check me out on Instagram. I post articles on Instagram all the time that link to my website, which is DEMOCREPUBLIX.com. So check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com for the latest in news. Until next time.